Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Clock In with Stephanie D. I am your host, Stephanie Drulard. Thank you for clocking in today. So, we're approaching the end of May and we'll be halfway through the year. I mean, if you had a goal in mind, a trip to plan, a situation to amend, and you haven't gotten to it yet, do it. Get it done, or at least get it started. Make intentional moves. I think we can all agree that the second half of the year goes by even quicker than the first. We have summer, Labor Day, Halloween, then the holidays, and before you know it, it'll be 2026. Let's make intentional moves, people, from this point on. Okay, so that's my 2 cents on that. Now, the information, statements, and opinions expressed in this episode are solely those of the individual speakers. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal advice. So, today we'll discuss the feeling of being burned out at work, feeling unheard, and thinking of throwing in the towel. At that point, we want to write that resignation letter and keep it moving, right? But what if we don't have to? What if there are other options to consider that would behoove us to stay right where we are? Joining me today to discuss further is Dr. Dale Laing-Hall, an award winning HR consultant, EQ expert, and leadership strategist, helping professionals and businesses create emotionally intelligent, people first workplaces. As the founder of Dale Reports and author of Emotions and You, she blends research, real life experience, and heart to drive culture change and performance growth. She is also a co author of Women Living Fearlessly with 24 Powerhouse Women. An Afro Latina from Roatan, Honduras, Dr. Dale holds a doctorate in business with a focus on social impact and EQ. She's been honored with multiple Women Changing the World awards for her leadership and impact. Through her firm, Dale Reports, she equips executives, HR leaders, and business owners with tools to lead with empathy and self awareness, build inclusive, high performing teams, and close the employee employer gap. And she also serves on multiple boards, volunteers with Feeding South Florida, and hosts A Glimpse of Growth, a podcast empowering leaders to lead from within. Welcome, Dr. Dale Laing-Hall.
Wow. Hello, everyone. Sometimes you hear that you're like, whoa, is that me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just telling Stephanie, you got to own it all, you guys. When you mess up, own it. When you do great, own it.
Own it. Yes.
Happy
That's
to be
all
here.
you, Dr. Dale.
Thank you,
Thank
Stephanie.
you. Yes, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to have you on Clock In with Stephanie D today. Oh goodness, so this topic is it hits home for a lot of people. Feeling burned out at work and not knowing what to do, not knowing how to handle it, wondering if it's time to move on or should I stay and stick it out. So tell us, what have you observed in your research in regards to this topic?
That burnout is not one and done. It's
Mm,
not you're burnt out today and tomorrow and you go on vacation. Oh, I'm burnt out from work. I'm going to go on vacation. When I come back, I won't be burnt out anymore. That's not how it
that's
works.
not how it works.
That's not Burnout doesn't always scream, right? It's not
Mm.
always something loud. It whispers. It whispers to you, Stephanie. Through the silence, through the sighs, through the dragging your feet, tears when nobody's around.
Mm,
You,
mhm,
you let yourself be alone, and then you start thinking, I'm drained. It starts showing up that emotional side of you, and then that mental side of you, and then that physical side of you. So it starts impacting these different areas of your persona, your body, your life, and you don't even think that you're there But you don't get there from one day to the other. You slowly starts creeping up. That's why it doesn't scream. It just taps you on the shoulder. Hey, hey,
Mm-hmm.
and we just
Yes.
gotta listen. I don't think sometimes we are used to listening to our bodies, used to listening to
Mm-hmm.
ourselves, trusting ourselves. That all comes with you now as an adult finally realizing I need to I need to take better care of myself. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with, "Oh, I'm going to do some self-care stuff." Self-care is not you going and get a massage. Self-care is deeper than that. Much deeper than that. So just to start there, it starts showing up in various areas and it doesn't scream. That's what the research is showing. That's an emotional intelligence blended with that over and over and over tells you that. I think it was Gallup that did a research that said that 76% of employees report experiencing burnout on the job at least at least
What?
sometimes and not doing anything about it.
And not doing anything. Oh wow.
76%.
76. Yeah, that's oof. That's pretty much everybody.
That's more than half. And
Yeah.
if it's more than half, I would say that's something we need to pay attention to, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
they say it, they feel it very often or always, and they do nothing.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's sad to
yeah,
hear. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
very, very much that. So it shows up in different ways. How do I know if I'm burnt out? One of the questions that you're kind of wondering, right? Maybe let's look at it emotionally. You wake up, you have a weight on your chest. Your body will start to give you signs. Start paying attention to where you're having pain in your body. You're always tired. You feel a heaviness on your shoulders. For me, it's when I'm like getting to the point where I'm like, it's too much. It starts
Mm-hmm.
showing up in my shoulders. And I realize
Oh.
it's for me and my family, it's hereditary because I know it happens from one of my sisters and it happens from my mom. So I know that when we're like really have anxiety or really frustrated or stressed about something and it's getting like it's too much, it
Mm-hmm.
starts, my shoulder starts getting heavy. It feels tight. And I have to do specific exercises to stop that tightness, or I go
Mm-hmm.
do my yoga, or I go do some stretching, or I go do something that is going to keep me relaxed, help me to chill. And
Exactly.
so then you look at it mentally. If
Mm-hmm.
you're in meetings and you can't focus, your mind is running 1,000 miles an hour. You're
Mm-hmm.
constantly going, the
Mm-hmm.
smallest decision can make a huge impact, right? You
Mm-hmm.
start forgetting things. You dread Mondays, you dread Tuesdays. Like, what? It's not Friday yet? It's only Tuesday. There's it starts to creep up in different ways. Even my husband, he was in IT, very low key,
Mm-hmm.
down to earth. He's like, man, I need to start taking some time for myself. And I was like, what?
Good for him.
Start to realize that you got to listen to your body and your
Mm-hmm.
body speaks to you, right? And that's why sometimes we even end up, some people wait until they end up in the ER. I know a
Yes.
friend of a friend that was so stressed at her job,
Mm-hmm.
more than 80 hours a week. She
Ooh.
was so stressed that she put herself out. Like she had to be out for months and weeks, but her body kept on giving her signs. She just didn't listen,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
Wow.
it shows up for everybody.
My gosh. Don't let it wait till it gets to that point, people. Oh no. Mm.
No, please don't do it.
I'm
Don't do
with you, Dr. Dale. Listen to
it.
your body.
Listen to your body. And if you think about it, anytime you are like, because I'm studying emotional intelligence, right? And you are showing up as your best self. Your body, everything that you do with yourself, it shows
Mm-hmm.
up first in your body,
Mm-hmm. It
right? So
shows
you
up first.
feel right. Your emotions is gonna like something about something. it starts showing up like you're feeling frustrated or you're feeling mad or sad about something. Sometimes when people are get you so mad, Stephanie, that sometimes for me, either my hand starts to sweat, like because I'm in
Oh.
a position, I'm in a situation that I don't like, and my
Mhm.
every being is telling me remove yourself from it because it's that fight, flight, or freeze, right? It's
Right,
telling me to
yes.
protect myself, right?
Yes, that's
So and so,
true.
what is that? When you are in that position, what do you do to protect yourself? Do you run away? Do you retreat? Do you face it head on? Do you
Mhm.
like get quiet? What do you do? And your body, you got to figure out what that is for you. You know what I mean? Is that how your experiences? I mean, what does that look like for you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty much the same. I noticed that
Yeah.
I'll start, shaking my leg.
Oh, look at that.
My leg is shaking, or if I have a pen in my hand, I start tapping it, and I start to look really irritated.
You don't have a poker face either, right? You're like
Yes.
you speaking, your face and your brain and your emotions cannot disconnect. What I am seeing, I have to express it because right now my being is saying something is triggering you, right? So
Mhm.
then you need to
Yes.
go deeper. And I say all the time, you can't just be aware of that trigger. You have to do something about it,
You have to do something, of course.
right?
Absolutely.
You do too
Very
much too fast? Did I say too much?
No, not at all. That's what's sticking out to me. Listen to your body.
Yeah,
It will not fail you.
never. It really won't. It really won't. To be honest with you, burnout it thrives in cultures that reward, let's get the
Mhm.
work done. Let's hustle. We got to be here for hours. Burnout thrives in that kind of culture, right? And if you think about it,
Oh.
right now, your viewers and yourself, I know I've been in the situations where you were in a workplace and
Mhm.
you have those one or two people that are so good at the job that do so much, everybody goes to them. So everybody sends the work their way, or maybe it's you, right? Maybe the person that's listening, maybe
Yes.
everybody comes to you because they know that you can solve the problem, right?
Yes,
But is
right.
it fair? Is it fair?
Mhm,
But you
mhm.
feel, but think about it. There's two things going there, a couple of things going on, but two things that I'm going to highlight is that one, you love that. I love to be needed. Me, I love at work. When I was doing my 9 to 5, I love to be needed. I love to be that person where everybody came to, everybody knew me, and I love that feeling. But I realized that I was doing crazy hours, leaving the
Mhm.
office at 8 o'clock at night, only to come home and eat and then get back on until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. What kind of life is that? What kind of life is that?
That's crazy. Yes, rinse and
Mhm.
repeat.
Right, rinse and repeat. And so everybody came to me, and everybody was at the part that was kind of flexing, that was good for that I thought was good for me. But then afterwards, years later, I look back and when it was time for me to get my reward, promotion, bonus,
Mhm.
nowhere in sight.
Nowhere in sight. Oh, my
I was
despite
still
all
looking
of
out for
that?
it. I was looking out for it, Stephanie, but I didn't see
Yeah. You didn't see it. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, that's rough.
it. And there are a
Mhm.
thousand stories out there just like this,
Right.
right?
Right.
Then the question turns around, like they're asking you, so what have you done for us lately? I was like, are you serious?
Oh, the nerve. Oh my
The nerve,
gosh.
right? So
No.
my
Mm-mm.
fix that has helped me and has
Mhm.
helped thousands of others is emotional intelligence.
Mhm. Mhm.
And emotional intelligence is pretty much understanding your strengths and your weaknesses, getting so good at knowing your emotional triggers and then being able to regulate yourself. So
Mm.
emotional awareness has self-awareness, self-regulation, then we have the social, right? And then we have relationship management. Brings us empathy and all of it. So self-awareness, it says it's your first line of defense. Self-awareness, it helps you to recognize when your inner world is sounding an alarm. So your insides, your body, it's telling you what this person is saying right now, it's disrespecting who you are, it's hurting you, right?
Mhm.
Whatever that looks like, right? If they're saying something, doing something, screaming at you, yelling at you, cursing at you, whatever it is, they're disrespecting your values. So,
Mm.
what are you going to do? Is say, put yourself in the position, right? You're in that room of this person screaming at you, disrespecting you, putting you down, and you are there taking it. taking it year after year, day after day. After a while, what do you think? After years and years of that habit, what do you think you are telling yourself?
Wow.
Whatever this
You're
person is
allowing this.
saying exactly is more
Hmm.
important to you than
Hmm.
your discomfort right now. So
Mm.
sit there in that corner, take what they're giving you, and shut up.
Right. Exactly. Oof.
And
Oh,
no.
that's deep.
So then you got to really ask yourself and think about what is that for you, right? So
Hmm.
start checking in with yourself, listening to your body. Second thing, self-regulation. Give yourself permission to pause, to say no, and to rest.
Okay. Oh, this is important. Permission to pause, to rest.
And to say
Absolutely.
no. Like pause, like
To
you don't
say
have to
no.
answer that email right away because you know it's pissing you off. You're probably gonna have to leave it 24 hours before you actually answer it and wait till you calm down. You don't have to answer every single thing right now. Right now. You don't
Right.
gotta do that. You can pause, right? You can come back to it later. And then rest. When it's time for you to go and rest and be off, you just had a 3-day weekend with the Memorial weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Actually disconnect. Like
Yes.
actually disconnect. And if
Disconnect.
you're that one person where everybody's coming to you for everything, you created that relationship. It's not your employer, you're helping the employer create a relationship with you. So you need to remember that.
Oh,
So
okay.
you get to decide, okay, I've been creating this not very healthy relationship, employer, for the
Mm-hmm.
past 7 years. This is no longer working for me. This is what I want to do going forward. Can we reevaluate how this looks going forward for both of us so we both can win? Because right now I need to start showing up more for myself and my family. And I need your help.
Excellent.
I need your help.
I need your help. Absolutely. That's true. Because what we allow, we accept. And that's what it's
Amen.
going to look like.
Amen.
Yes, right?
Finger and blame them. You help create this relationship. So
That's
you got
true.
to teach people how to treat you.
Mm. Bingo. There it is.
You really do.
Well, how to treat you. Yes.
Teach them because I learned. I was in a meeting today over at the Chamber of Commerce, and the conversation was when you're in a relationship, it needs to be you give, I give, you give, I give. Like it's a relationship. It's not just a
Hmm.
one-sided thing. It's a two-way. So they need
Right.
to give to you, and you need to give to them. And the minute that relationship is one-sided, that's the day that you need to realize you need to start reevaluating your chips. Right? You need to start figuring out, man, is this is no longer working for me, right? And that's okay. It worked for 7 years, but like
Hmm.
the new saying is now, what got us here won't get us there,
Ah, yes. Oh, I love
right?
that. I love that. Oh
Just
my gosh.
it worked for you for 7 years, but the
Hmm.
Stephanie today, the Dr.
Hmm.
Dale today, that's not
Hmm.
working for her no more. So,
Right.
and I love you with all the respect in the world. So let's see how we can change it around.
Oh man, this is good. You are dropping gems here, Dr. Dale. Oh my goodness.
Learn over the years and how emotional intelligence more and more is allowing me to be myself and to be myself
Hmm.
authentically. I realize that I can't be in spaces now. This is how I
Hmm.
had to realize for myself. I cannot be in spaces that they'll allow me to be myself authentically. I
Hmm.
speak all the time and I say all the time that one of my very first jobs was when I was working as a legal assistant, and I was working
Hmm.
at one of the law offices, and it was a small husband and wife law office, and he was so strict. Everybody was scared of this lawyer.
Oh.
All of the partners, all of them was scared of this guy because he was so serious and he was
Uh-huh.
so strict. So he had cameras in the office and outside the office and all this stuff. So when he would leave, everybody, party, let's talk, let's go have some, let's go in the break room and get some lunch. Let's go instead of they say that when you have somebody around that you're not sure how to react around them, you have
Mhm.
your cheeks are clenched. Like that's how we work. Everybody's like, he's gone. Everybody's like, oh my gosh. They could call
Yes.
their wives and say hi, how is your day? He wouldn't allow anything. And he wrote me up, Stephanie. He wrote me out one day because he said that I laughed too much.
No, stop it.
No, I'm being so
For
serious with you
laughing?
right now. For laughing. Because I was a legal assistant, I would answer the phone and stuff like that. They would call and I was like, oh my gosh, Miss da, 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 da. How you doing? Yes, I have your case right here. I have the copies. Come pick it up anytime. I was like that customer service person, very loud, very nice, so they felt comfortable with me.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And then when he wrote me up, it didn't take long for me to kind of see the writing on the wall. I was like, yeah, this is not it for me.
Right.
So
When you know, you know.
you got to know that for yourself. Nobody can tell you that. You got to figure that out for yourself.
Right.
And
Yes.
then after a while, the customers started asking for me. They're like, "What happened to the girl you had up front? She was there for 2 years. I love coming to her. She has pastelitos all the time, and she made me feel comfortable." And what do you think they were doing? They were calling me back to come. I was like, "Are you guys serious right now?"
Oh.
They didn't realize the value of the soft skills,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? And that's you getting to know the customer, because if the customer feels comfortable with me, feels comfortable
Mhm.
with you, with a frontline employee, and you're
Mhm.
happy, they're happy, they keep coming back,
Yes, exactly.
right? It seems
Exactly.
like a no-brainer, but
Yeah.
good time. Here's my last tip for them. So self-awareness, being able to
Mhm.
regulate themselves, and then empathy. So
Empathy. Okay.
empathy remind you, as a leader, as a person, you are a leader first of yourself, right? When I say
Mm.
leader, before you can decide to lead people, you need to be able to lead yourself.
That's huge. That's
How
a that's a major point.
about it, right? How are you going
Mhm.
to want to lead people and inspire people and motivate people and engage people if you can't even get yourself to sit down and do some sit-ups when you know you need to work out? Like, you got to
Yes,
think
it
about the
starts
logic.
with us, people. It starts within us.
That's why I love emotional intelligence so much, because it's inside out work, not outside
Mhm.
in. I'm not showing off for you. I am me. This is it. This is
This is
what's
it.
working for me.
Right. Yes. Oh, wow. It's inside out. That's a
It's
great way to put it.
inside
I like that.
out, not outside in, because then I'm doing the outside external parties and people can affect how I feel.
Mhm.
I'm no longer in the position to care what people from the outside that I don't value think of me. Does that make sense?
Yes. Ooh. Oh, that's heavy.
And I'm not going to
That's
allow them to control how I show up.
oh my goodness. I love
So
this.
imagine you have a manager, and the manager comes in with an attitude, or a peer, or a husband, or a wife, or sister, whatever. They come and they say something and do something, and now you're pissed off. I ain't doing that no
Mhm.
more. I'm not gonna. I'm pissed off for what? That's you. I'm not gonna let your day, your world, put a blunder on how I show up. I'm still gonna smile. That I still have to put out the best version of me, because what
Yes.
you give is what you get.
Yes. Oh, but see, that's tough though. That's tough. Not a lot of
No,
people can
that's
block that out and just stay in their zone and stay focused on their goals, their day, their happiness, right? That is tough. It's
not
a it's
easy.
a balance.
Not easy. That's why it's called emotional maturity. You have to be mature and be real. Because that's one thing emotional intelligence screams. And if you're not ready for it, don't even ask about it, or don't even get any of these tips that I'm sharing. It says,
Mhm.
are you ready to be honest with yourself and do the work?
Mhm.
If you're not ready for that, stay where you are and keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing then.
Keep not blaming everybody else. Keep doing all of those things, because if you have to be open to change. If you're not open,
Mm,
force is not going to work for you.
mm.
You have to be okay with wanting to. Maybe there's another way. Maybe I should hear this out a little bit more and look into it, do some research, and then
Yes.
maybe decide if I really want to go into it. You see what I'm saying? Or let's
Right.
are you a fixed mindset, or are you a growth mindset?
Ooh, fixed versus growth.
That's
Oh
the
my
that's the
goodness.
that's the name of the game.
You're not going to get very far with a fixed mindset, people. That's for sure. Can
No,
only
you're
get you so
not.
far.
Burnout isn't a weakness, you guys. It's a warning sign. It screams slowly if you're paying attention. So pay
If you're paying
attention to
attention.
yourself. Give yourself a lot more grace and give
Mhm.
others grace.
And give others grace. Yes, give
Give others
yourself and
grace.
give others grace.
Yeah, he should have
Absolutely.
known better. Yeah, but he didn't do better. So here we are.
Here we
So
are.
give them grace. Do they deserve your forgiveness? They may not deserve it, but you
Mhm.
should give it so that way when you mess up, you can get
You'll
forgiveness.
receive that. Yes, you will receive
Yes.
the forgiveness. Absolutely.
Because no, but I didn't do that. You see, now you're getting nitpicky. Then
Right, right.
you're getting nitpicky. And
Yes,
that
yes.
tells me you are sticking with the what kind of mindset? Fixed.
Fixed. Mhm.
We're not about that life.
We're not.
A high
Mm-mm.
performer without emotional sustainability, it isn't success. It is survival. High performance without emotional sustainability isn't success. It's survival, and you don't want to just survive. You, my friend, you want to thrive.
Woo, woo. Dr. Dale, I love this. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I want to make sure that our listeners
Yes.
have some major takeaways here, some of the main points. So let's go over the top three areas that you feel that we all should be paying attention to and work on and develop.
Mhm.
So you mentioned self-awareness,
Yes.
very important. This is where you're listening to your body, you're paying attention. These are warning signs, right?
Yes.
All right. There's regulation. This is where you give yourself permission to pause.
Mm-hmm.
This is your opportunity to stop, reset, reboot,
Yes.
rest, disconnect, right? We're not energizer bunnies. we're not we're
Not
not machines. We're humans. So if we plan on going and going and going, we're eventually going to burn out 100%, right?
100%.
Then we have empathy, right? Oh, being a leader of yourself first. Absolutely. I love that. I love that. Because how can you lead others if your own self is in disarray, right? If you're not structured, if you're always late, if you're taking credit for someone else's work, if you're unethical, if your integrity is questionable, how are you going to lead others to be their best selves when you don't show up with your best self, right?
100%. And Stephanie, they say how you do one thing is how you do
Mhm.
everything. Like
Oh,
you need to sit down and think about that just a little bit.
how
Like
you do one thing is how you do everything.
everything. Think
Oh
about
my
that.
goodness.
Give me an example. Someone you're partnering with this person, you work with them and you knew that they always show up late.
Mhm.
Then if
Mhm.
they showed up late this one time, they showed up late again,
Mhm.
and they showed up late again. So that means they procrastinate then, right? So
Yes.
you're going a step further, right? Also, he showed up
Yes.
late to this. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna send that to you.
And they do like that with everything.
And you
They just
people are
procrastinate
doing
in
it.
general.
They just keep on doing it again and again and again, and that's
Exactly.
how they run themselves.
Right, right. Now, how could someone like that lead others? How are you going
They're,
to hold your team accountable if
they're
you
doing
are
it every
late
day though.
yourself?
They're doing it very poorly, and a lot of people are suffering as a result. You can guarantee
Yes,
that.
yes. Hence the 76% that you noted earlier.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Let's do better to ourselves,
Hmm.
right? And do better for the people that are coming behind us. Because your kids are
Yes.
watching you.
Yes.
Your employees are
Absolutely.
they you may think they're not paying attention, but they're looking up to you. They really
Right,
are,
of course. Of course.
right? Your family
Absolutely.
members, all of that, they're watching you. So do you want to leave this world as crazy and chaotic as it is right now, do you want to leave it in a better shape than you found it?
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's the key right there.
That's what it comes down to. This way, I talk about this stuff, as you can see, all
I know. Yes, I know. You were just lighting up and you're just full of energy. This is your thing. This is at the very core of you, Dr. Dale.
yes,
Oh my
yes.
goodness. I appreciate you so much sharing your insight and your research and observations on this topic. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I can't wait to hear what you'll be working on next.
Let's see.
All right, all right. Many thanks to you. And thank you to my listeners as well. Thank you for clocking in with me today. We will talk soon. Make it a great day. Goodbye, everyone.